Today's Namaste Yoga continues our Awakening Your True Self series with the 6 perfections, and today's perfection is morality. Hello and welcome to episode 326 of Namaste Yoga. Thank you so much for joining me over the next hour and welcoming me into your home as we journey into our innermost homes. Appreciate you turning off all distractions so you have an hour to yourself to turn inwards and really take this time for yourself to absorb the teachings and to practice your yoga. Today we are basically just below where we were last week on Anderson Hill. So Anderson Hill is just above me and we are basically just below Anderson Hill. I want to thank Squeezed Yoga Clothing for my clothes. Today I am wearing the new hoodie with my mandala design on it, and it's in black with a purple design and purple trim around the bottom and the wrists. And actually they have thumb holes too, for those of you like the thumb holes. And I'm also wearing long gray leggings with the Om Mani Padme Om around the right ankle. Thanks to Dusky Leaf for our props. Today you're just going to need your mat, something to sit on, and a wall for your props. And I have a testimonial today from Lisa via SpeakPipe.
Hi Melissa, this is Lisa in West Texas, way down south below you. I wanted to let you know that intuition guided me to your doubt class today. Doubt has been much more than just a visitor in my home and my mind and heart and life lately, and I cannot tell you how much relief I feel after having done your class. The antidote was absolutely perfect, and I felt so much more strength and non-doubt in each pose and through your teachings and readings. So I want to thank you for that. Every time I seem to lose my way down here, I find my way again through your classes, and it's a beautiful, very helpful, very necessary thing, not just in my life, but I know in many other lives and in the world today. So I give you my full gratitude with all of my heart, and will keep watching and supporting and cheering you on once again. Thank you.
So thank you so much, Lisa, for your message. What I really like about what Lisa speaks about is the antidote to doubt, taking refuge in the teachings that we have available to us. And we're going to be really turning to that again today. Today, again, we will rest in the teachings. And Sharon Salzberg talks about this in a way that it's like being in a dark room and then seeing a light underneath the doorway, and that can provide us with hope. So we'll see how the teachings that are available to us can provide us with comfort and freedom and clarity, and so that's kind of an ongoing theme in our teachings today as well. Okay, we're going to start today with breath practice with some pranayama to create some clarity and balance for us. And I'll talk to you a bit about why we're doing that as we do it. So start with you can either do this sitting up, I'm going to teach it sitting, or you can do it lying down, whatever works best for you and your body today. We're going to move into a reclined practice, so choose however you want to do it. Lying down would be a perfectly good way of doing it, because as I say, we're going to transition into moving this through your whole body lying down. So if you want to start seated, If you're comfortable seated, you can sit. If you want to do it lying down, you can do it lying down as well. You're going to take your left hand, bring your thumb and your index finger, extend your other 3 fingers. Your right hand, you're going to extend your first 2 fingers, rest it in the center of your forehead. This is nadi, shodhana, alternate nostril breathing. And the way that it works is you're going to be closing your nostrils right behind the cartilage at the top of your nose. So very gentle closing at the top of your nose here. Very little effort to close those nostrils. So you're going to start by closing your right nostril and gently breathing in through your left nostril. And then close your left nostril and breathe out through your right nostril. Breathe in through your right nostril. Close right, breathe out through your left nostril. Breathe in left. Close left and breathe out right. Breathe in right. Close right and breathe out left. Breathe in left. Close left and breathe out right. Breathe in right. Close right and breathe out left. And continue this with your own breath rhythm. Breathing in left, closing left, breathing out right. And then breathing in through your right nostril, closing your right nostril, breathing out through your left nostril. So just keep going with that alternate nostril breathing. So we're doing this to calm and center your mind, to bring you back to the present moment. This breath practice helps to relieve anxiety, to release anxiety. So that helps to add to the clarity, to that awareness, to the bright mind. And it balances your left and right hemispheres of your brain. The way that it helps to create the clarity is that it helps to purify and balance the nadis. So the nadis is a word for the Sanskrit word for the energy channels in your body, the subtle energy channels in your body. So that ensures a smooth flow of prana. That's your energy, your life force throughout your body. So that's how it creates that clarity. And the reason why I chose this is that when we talk about morality, one of the first precepts of morality is resting in the Buddha. Now, it doesn't mean you need to be a Buddhist. It doesn't mean you need to worship the Buddha. It just means that we can know that the Buddha was a person, and that we can be inspired by the Buddha because he was a real person like us, and he reached enlightenment. He had clarity of mind and awareness and compassion. And just like him, this is possible for us too. So we are practicing this breath practice to gain clarity, just like the Buddha had. Okay, so what we're going to do now is keep this breath practice going, but we're going to extend it. So if you're not already lying down, I would get you to lie down on your back. And you're going to, as you breathe in through your left nostril, imagine as you're breathing up the left side of as you're breathing up the left side of your body, as you're breathing in through your left nostril, breathe up the entire left side of your body now. Then close your left nostril, breathe out through your right nostril, and imagine you're breathing down the entire right side of your body. Now breathe in through your right nostril, breathe up through your right foot, your right leg, the right side of your body. Close right, breathe out left, breathe down the whole left side of your body, out your left foot. Breathe in through your left foot, up through the left side of your body. Close left, breathe out right, down the right side of your body, out through your right foot. Breathe in right, up through your right foot, up through the right side of your body. Close right, breathe out left, down the left side of your body, out through your left foot. Let's do that a few more times on your own. And then the next time you breathe out through your left nostril and down the left side of your leg, just lower your arm down. And check in and notice how you're feeling. Notice if you're feeling more calm and balanced, the release of anxiety, any greater awareness and clarity. Just become aware of that. And then we're going to continue with this theme with knee to chest pose. So you'll start by drawing your right knee into your chest, holding on behind your knees if you have any knee issues. So holding on here. And you're going to imagine breathing up the right side of your leg, breathing down the left side of your body. Breathe up left side. Breathe down right side. Breathe up right. Breathe down left. Breathe up left. Breathe down right. Breathe up right. Breathe down left. Breathe up left. Breathe down right. And one more, breathe up right. Breathe down left. Breathe up left. Breathe down left, right. And release your right leg. Feel the difference between the right and left side of your body. And then draw your left leg in, holding on behind your knee if you have any knee issues. And we're going to do it the other way this time, breathing up the left side of your body, breathing down the right side of your body. So breathe up the left side of your body. Imagine breathing down the right side of your body. And then breathe up the right side of your body. Breathe down the left side of your body. Breathe up left. Breathe down right. Breathe up right. Breathe down left. Breathe up left. Breathe down right. Breathe up right. Breathe down left. Breathe up right. Breathe down left. I just said that the wrong way. Breathe up left. Breathe down left. And last time, breathe up left. Breathe down right. Breathe up right. And breathe down left. And then release your left leg. And take a moment and feel the balance between your right and left side of your body. And the clarity and awareness that you've created through this breath practice and movement in your body. And then from here, we're going to draw your knees, both of your knees, into your chest. And with this one of the things about morality is that it grows organically from the inside out because of the practice you're doing. It's not something that you have to necessarily study and impose on yourself like rules. If you're doing the practice, the morality evolves organically. So that's something we'll look at when we get to the teachings. So I wanted to do postures that reflect this kind of organic movement from the inside out that creates this flexibility and grace as a result of the practice. So we're going to start with knees to chest. And then you're going to inhale, take your legs straight up and your arms overhead. And breathe out and bring your knees back to your chest. So you get this sense of growing organically from the inside out. So inhale, legs straight up, arms overhead. And breathe out, knees to chest. And that's it. Simple vinyasa, growing organically, opening from the inside out. Inhale, legs go straight up. Exhale, knees to chest. Inhale, arms overhead, legs straight up. Exhale, knees to chest. Inhale, arms overhead, legs straight up. Exhale, knees to chest. Inhale, lengthen, grow organically, expand and open. Exhale, knees to chest. Inhale, feel your flexibility, grace, and openness. Exhale, knees to chest. Inhale, open. Exhale, knees to chest. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, knees to chest. And one more time. Inhale, open. Exhale, knees to chest. And then from there, you can place your feet on the floor, roll to your side, and come up onto all fours. And we're going to do another movement like that where we grow organically. We contract and expand. So you feel that sense of that this morality grows from the inside out. Okay, so you're going to start with coming in opposite elbow to opposite knee. So I'm starting with my right elbow and my left knee. Doesn't matter. You can start with your left elbow and your right knee. And then you're going to inhale, expand out. Okay, if you have any wrist issues, you could come down onto your forearm or up onto your fist. It's your choice, whatever works best for you. So exhale, elbow to knee, and then inhale and reach. This is really good for your brain too. It connects your left and right hemisphere of your brain. So that's also good for clarity. Exhale, connect. Inhale, reach. Exhale, connect. Inhale, reach. Exhale, connect. Inhale, reach. Exhale, connect. Inhale, reach. And so feel this sense of organically growing flexibility and movement and grace. And one more. And then we'll switch sides. So you'll bring your opposite elbow to your opposite knee. And then inhale and reach. Exhale together. Inhale and reach. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, reach. And then bring your arm and leg down, and we'll just do a couple of cat-cows to stretch out your back after that. Okay, from here you're going to find your way to a comfortable seated position to receive the teachings. You're going to sit with your palms one on top of each other and bring your thumbs together. This is a very common mudra for meditation. And sit in such a way that you can be alert. And this is slightly different from meditation because it's more like a Dharma talk because you're going to be receiving teachings. So sit in a way that you can be alert. Sit so that your shoulders are over your hips, your ears are over your shoulders. Sit so that you can be comfortable. And just close your eyes and allow yourself to be receptive. If these teachings resonate with you, great. If not, you can let them go. And let's get started with the 6 perfections, and today's perfection is the second perfection, morality. In our Awakening Your True Self series, we are exploring the 6 perfections, or the 6 paramitas. So the intention behind cultivating the 6 perfections is for the development of compassion. It is considered the path of the Bodhisattva. And today we are reflecting on the second of these 6 perfections, or the 6 paramitas, Shila Paramita, or morality. Morality in this sense is an act of kindness and compassion that grows organically from the inside out as a result of your regular yoga and meditation practice. So this ethical conduct is not self-righteous, morally superior, arrogant, or intolerant in any way, shape, or form. Shila Paramita allows you to be flexible, open, forgiving, and generous. So the more you practice yoga and meditation, the more your practice purifies you, and you recognize that there is a direct connection between your actions and the discomforts that you experience physically and emotionally. So you begin to realize that your yoga and your meditation becomes easier. That is, that your mind becomes calmer, that you experience more acceptance and patience when you live a life of right ethical conduct and morality. So as I mentioned at the beginning, this mindfulness, this clarity, this awareness comes organically, honestly. It opens from the inside of you as you develop a deeper and deeper, more open, honest awareness relationship with yourself. So it's not something that's imposed from the outside. It's something that grows organically and quite naturally from within. You begin to develop a deeper sensitivity. You recognize your own suffering. And you also begin to recognize that others experience the same suffering as you. And as a result, your conduct is naturally elevated. That being said, there are guidelines and teachings to inspire us, and as Sharon Salzberg said, to be that beacon of light when things feel hopeless for us. So, there are 16 ethical bodhisattva precepts, and within the yoga tradition, we know there are the yams and the niyams, and within every kind of spiritual path, there are different ethical. Not different. They're all very much similar. There are similar ethical guidelines to live by, and they're quite similar across different spiritual traditions. So these are the 16 ethical bodhisattva precepts. And they begin with the triple treasure. They are take refuge in the Buddha, take refuge in the Dharma, and take refuge in the Sangha. And as I say, you can see these across many different traditions. And the taking refuge in the Buddha, as I said before, isn't that you need to become Buddhist or to worship the Buddha. It's just that to know that there was a real person that became enlightened, that experienced the clarity and awareness, and that that's possible for you too. To take refuge in the Dharma is to know that it's basically what we heard in the, I believe it was Lisa in the testimonial today, that when we have doubt, that there are texts and teachings that we can turn to that can give us hope again. And also that we can come together in a spiritual community like we do with Namaste Yoga, that there can be a safe place to come together. So that's the Sangha. Sangha is community. So the triple treasure is followed by 3 pure precepts. Number 1 is restrain from causing harm. Number 2 is doing good. And 3 is benefiting others. So doing good, we spoke quite a bit about last week, and we will again this week. Doing good includes doing your practice. Doing your practice is doing good. Your practice, your yoga, your meditation, your mantras, they generate positive energy. They influence your mind, they develop your heart, and they create good energy. You may do them at first for the benefit of yourself, but then with the triple treasure, you can offer your practice for the benefit of all beings. All that you do can be for the benefit of others. And so that's really what doing good means. And then finally, there are 10 prohibitory precepts, which have been rewritten in several different sanghas in the positive. So I offer them here in the positive. And just also refer back to how they were originally written for your reference. So number 1, I vow to cherish life, which is to not kill. Number 2, I vow to accept gifts, to not steal. Number 3, I vow to respect others, not to misuse sexuality. Number 4, I vow to practice truthfulness, not to lie. Number 5, I vow to practice clarity, not to intoxicate myself or others. Number 6, I vow to speak with kindness, not to slander. Number 7, I vow to practice modesty, not to praise myself at the expense of others. Number 8, I vow to practice generosity, not to be possessive of anything. Number 9, I vow to practice love, not to harbor ill will. And number 10, I vow to cherish the 3 treasures. So these practices are not linear or one-dimensional. They are to be practiced with discernment and skill. So sometimes kindness may mean using force. Like if, for example, a common, hopefully not a common example, would be if somebody were to be going to drive intoxicated, you may have to use force to ask them not to drive intoxicated. So they're to be practiced with discernment and skill. So with discernment and skill, we know how to practice them with the benefit of all beings. And what really stood out to me for this, and what I really wanted to pull out of it in the teachings today, is that they do come from the inside out. They're not moral judgments, superiority to be imposed on you from the outside in. So that as you practice, the longer you've been practicing, the yoga does you, the meditation does you, and you will be cleared and purified, and this kind of grace and dignity will come from the inside out very naturally, so that you will have this clarity, awareness, and focus, and discernment, and compassion, and it just flows. So that's why I've chosen these postures that grow organically from the inside out and show this awareness, clarity, and focus. So reflect on what these teachings mean to you in your life, and begin to form an intention of what you would like to receive from the rest of the class. What is it you are creating, sustaining, letting go of, or rebirthing in your life, and how could this class help you best do that? Okay, once you've formed your intention, you can slowly start to make your way up to standing. You might want to do that through down dog. You can do it in whatever way you want. Okay, from standing, we're going to do some variations on Warrior One to have that awareness and clarity, but also the compassion that we receive from the teachings on morality. So let's start with your right foot forward and take a big step back with your left foot. Turn your hips to the front edge of your mat. Sink down through your front right sit bone. Back leg is straight. Reach down through the outside edge of your foot and bring your arms straight up. So I feel like this pose really represents awareness very well. Okay, from here we're going to come into eagle's arms. So lots of options there. You can do elbows together. Hook your left arm under your right arm, backs of the palms, or palms together. And I feel that eagle's arms represent clarity. And then we're going to come into peaceful warrior. So you'll take your left arm back and your right arm up and lean back. So this represents the compassion that grows from the morality. And then we'll go ahead and release all that, and we'll do these postures on the other side. So step up to the front of your mat, and you'll take a big step back with your right foot. Turn your hips to the short edge of your mat. Sink down through your front left sit bone, and we'll bring our arms straight up for awareness. The awareness that grows as a result of your practice, your yoga and your meditation practice. And then into eagle's arms, either elbows and palms together, hooking your right elbow underneath your left, bringing the backs of your hands together, or maybe your palms together for clarity. And then releasing that, and then reaching your left arm up and your right arm back for peaceful warrior. Ultimately, the 6 paramitas are to develop the bodhisattva path of compassion. So all of this is for compassion. And then find a way to let this out of your body. And then I also thought we would just do Natarajasana. I meant to actually come into it after this, but we'll do it as a standalone. Stand on your right foot, hold on to the inside of your left foot, drop your left knee straight down, and you'll slowly pull your left heel away from your buttocks, opening up your chest on your left side. So I chose this because when the morality grows from the inside out, there's a real dignity and grace to that is very inspiring. It inspires others. It's not something you impose on others. It's something that inspires others to live with the same dignity and grace and compassion. And then we'll do this on the other side. Okay, so this is also a pose that really grows organically from the inside out. Standing on your left foot now, bending your right knee, dropping your right knee straight down, holding on to the inside of your right foot, extending your left arm up, opening up your right shoulder. Inhale, exhale, slowly pull your right heel away from your right buttocks. And just let this pose organically grow slowly from the inside out. No rush, no need to impose this posture on yourself. And then you can go ahead and release this posture out of your body. And we're going to come to legs up the wall. Okay, so what I'm going to do is show you how to get your legs up the wall and show you how to do legs up the wall if you don't have a wall, because I don't have a wall. Okay, so imagine this is your wall, and you're going to put your hips right up against the wall, and then you're going to swing your legs around, and you'll have your legs up the wall. Okay, if you don't have a wall, you're going to take a block, press into your feet, put your block underneath your hips on the lowest setting, so to speak, and let your legs raise up like that. That'll elevate your legs in the air with very little effort. So you're still in an inversion. And we're going to do this with sleeping eagle's arms. So you're going to hook one arm underneath the other and rest your palms on on your forehead. So that the idea is that you're resting in the three treasures, the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha, so that you know it's that light underneath the door, that you know you can have hope in the darkness. And then to come down, you're going to bend your knees against the wall and roll to your side. And slowly make your way up to seated. If you have a block, you take your feet down to the ground, press into your feet, lift off the block, and roll to your side. You're going to come up to seated. And you're going to sit with your right leg bent in front of your left leg. Okay, this pose is called body of the fish pose, or mermaid pose, or Matsyengasana. So it's we've been watching seals and sea lions and lots of marine life go by. So it works. And it also, I feel like it's a pose, well, any twist really, you can focus on building organically from the inside out. So as you sit here like this with your zigzag legs, really focus on your spine, and that's going to be how you're going to evolve this pose or grow this pose. So you've got your left hand, and it might be rather tempting just to take it to the outside of your I'm mirroring you, so excuse me, your right leg. So let's think about your spine first. So sink down through your sit bones, and you may even want to place a blanket underneath your left sit bone if it's really lifting off the ground. Think about your spine first. Imagine it like a staircase, and you're going to twist first pelvis, and then your spine, and rotate up your spine, and then your hand can come. And then your neck would be the final part. So really let it grow organically from the inside. And twists are really actually pretty internal. They stay internal in the spine. And then come back to the center and you're going to switch your legs. So now your left leg will be bent in front of your right leg. And then we're going to start from the ground up. So first your pelvis rotates, then your spine, and it grows like a spiral staircase going up. Finally, your right hand comes to the outside of your left knee. And then the last thing would be your neck. And then come back to the center and we're going to go do Upavista Konasana, the wide-legged seated forward fold. I'm going to do it this way because I've got a downhill going that way, so it'll help my pelvis roll forward. You might want to elevate yourself on a blanket or a meditation cushion to help your pelvis roll over your leg bones here. Take your legs wide. Lift and tip your pelvis forward. And then lean forward, lifting your heart to lean forward. Okay, and then you're going to slowly come back up and you're going to lie down on your back for Shavasana. So let this be a time to receive your practice, physically integrate your practice into your body, energetically, mentally, emotionally. So this is the time that you receive the fruits of your practice before we come up after to offer it out for the benefit of all beings. So you stay here and I'm going to sit up and read you a poem. Okay, I have a poem for you today by a Canadian poet, and her name is Irene Polzer. She was born in 1926 in Saskatchewan, and she had a rich career for a woman born in the 1920s. She became a nun, and then later in her life she was a professor. She specialized in women in society, feminist Christianity, and Métis and First Nations women in northern Saskatchewan. So I think that's a very rich career for women. She wrote a few books of poetry, and also it has her sketches in it as well. She's sketched. There are beautiful sketches in it. I should have brought it and read it right from the book so I could show you the sketches as well. So this book comes from her collection of poems, Women of Exodus 2. And, I felt like I could have read any one of her poems from her book, because when I was speaking about the morality being something that grows organically from the inside out, and really living that way being an offering of compassion, it felt like really any poem could have offered that as well. So this poem is called Life Gift. Somehow this gift, this life, this you, this me, and all the other gifts, the yous, the me's we meet each day, cannot be measured by productivity or usefulness, or even grave activity. It seems to me the use of one's life as an instrument, even God's, somehow degrades the gift. For life becomes contractual then, far below the radiance of deep relationality, which grow between the giver and the gift. Though I reach deep into my store of words and place them here for you, hoping they will truly hold all I want them to, they burst upon the page and shatter a million parts, a quiver too frail, or is a gift too large? And are we led upon a way, my friend, of being all we are, since say and do no longer really fit the road we're on? So gradually allow your breath to deepen. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Gently stretch out. And then bend your knees and roll to your right side. Pause there for a moment. And slowly make your way up to seated. So thank you for joining us for episode 326 of Namaste Yoga. We will finish our practice by gathering in the fruits of the practice. So all the goodness that you created, you first gather it into yourself, and then you offer it out for the benefits of all beings. And as I said last week, this is an incredibly generous practice. And that's part of the 6 paramitas. That's part of the morality that we learned about today. So you're going to start with your left palm up, your right palm down, making space with breath and a sigh. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. So may all beings be happy and free, and may the thoughts, words, and actions of my own life contribute in some way to the happiness and freedom for all. So if you liked today's show, please press the like button. And if you're new to our channel, subscribe, and then you'll get a new show every Friday. We put out a free Namaste Yoga every Friday. And if you know somebody who would enjoy today's class, then please share it with them. We would appreciate that very much, and I'm sure they would as well. And what do we have today? Thank you for your donations, Sean, Phyllis, Viola, Ivy, and Ricky Ann. And I would love to ask you a favor this week. I would really appreciate you offering your class, and for those of you that offer prayers, I would love for you to offer your prayers to my friend Sean, somebody who's a big part of our Sangha, our community. Sean lost his father this week, so if you could offer your practice or your prayers to Sean in comfort in his time of need, that would really mean a lot to me. So thank you for your donations. If you'd like to contribute to the production of our show, you can donate here. You can also donate of your time by leaving your comments as well. Today's question to answer in the comments is, how are you going to cherish life this week? What is one thing that you can do to cherish life this week or today? And as I said, the intention behind cultivating the 6 perfections is the development of compassion. So it's about living the Bodhisattva path. And if you would like an infographic with 4 easy and practical ways to incorporate compassion into your daily life, then go to melissawest.com/326, scroll down to the bottom, and there'll be an opt-in box. If you put your email in there, then we will send you that infographic with the ways that you can 4 easy ways that you can incorporate compassion into your daily life. I think you'll really like those. And if you would like more support in incorporating compassion, cultivating compassion in your daily life, then I have 2 things to offer you in our membership community from our loving kindness meditation group. One is recently, so Jessica is she's a PhD ABD, and part of her PhD studies, she did some compassion studies, and so she's been offering parts of her research in our loving kindness meditation group. And so lucky us, right? So she's been doing some compassion writing with our loving kindness meditation group. So over the last couple of weeks, her week 3 and her week 4, she did self-compassion writing with our loving kindness meditation. So I linked those in the show notes if you're a member. If you'd like to become a member, you can click here. So this is one of the great things. We have so many great leaders in our membership community, and Jessica brings a wealth of knowledge as a leader of our loving kindness meditation group with her research on compassion from her PhD. So that is it. We'd love to have you as a member. I'm sending you much love from beautiful British Columbia. May your joy be as deep as our Pacific Ocean. May you be as strong as our mountains, and may you be as rooted as the trees in our forest. Om Shanti. Namaste.
Melissa would love to hear your questions and thoughts. Please leave your comments below the video. Thank you for your reviews on iTunes and YouTube. Your reviews help us to share yoga and a yoga lifestyle with others around the world. If you have a question for Melissa, you can leave a voice message at melissawest.com, and Melissa may answer it in an upcoming blog.